Today on Ridge Roamer, the installation of the high Mudguard kit for the front of the Triumph Scrambler 400X. Now this kit includes the new high fender, which is going to mount up here, as well as a replacement shorter lower fender, which is going to mount down here. Also includes a bag of hardware, and while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and install the Mudguard extension back here, which will just prevent more mud and spray going onto the radiator. From what I can tell so far, the only thing we're going to need is a 4, 5, and a 6mm Allen wrench. We're going to start by removing this stock front fender Mudguard with the 4 bolts up here, 2 in the back. Then we also need to take off the 2 bolts here holding the bracket for the brake lines. Now I'm going to attempt to take off this Mudguard without taking off all of the brackets. We'll see how that goes. Well, that went quite easily. So far, no problems. Next, we'll go ahead, fit this in its place, but before doing that, we'll mount the Mudguard extension, which goes on with a little bit of double-sided tape. It's already included. Make sure you put it on the right end. They also include some 3M surface cleaner. So we'll go ahead and make sure. I don't think it's as big a deal since this is brand new, but there may be some mold release or something like that on there, so can't hurt to double clean it. Centered, press it on, and voila, Mudguard extension installed. The spring nuts slide. There's some, looking at the outside of it, they just slide right on there. A couple of aligning marks. Get all 4 of those on there. And there's also 4 square nuts. Those slide into grooves here. For the lower bracket. And we'll go ahead, put these right back in. Hey puppy, you gonna come help? Now that we're done with the lower part of the fender, we'll go ahead and remove this brake mount. Now we're basically just going to hold this bracket back in place, keep the 2 screws out that came out and replace them with these longer shoulder bolts. There's going to be 4 of these that go in to hold this upper Mudguard in place. I will get all 4 of these bolts tightened up and we'll be done. Now, as you finish, you can see there's leftover hardware here. What I figured out, well, these 2 held on the brake bracket. Those are replacement hardware for the fender itself, what attaches on, and then the rest of those down here are actually all the same bolts that you need to install the bracket onto here. So they included all of the hardware for the front fender, even though you don't have to replace all of them. You only needed 4 new bolts, but they included a ton of replacements. I guess it's nice to have extra. But there's the final installation of the Scrambler 400X high mudguard with the lower mudguard, lower fender here that's shorter, but then I also put the extension on the back to protect the radiator and underneath. So overall, I am very happy with the look. The fit and finish, of course, being a Triumph factory accessory, fits perfectly. All the finishes are correct and gives the Scrambler 400X an even more off-road look. Thanks for joining me today. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see installation of more accessories to come, including the metal sump guard, engine guards, the upper bars, and a bunch more. So thanks for joining. Have a great day. Ride safe.